here forever. I'm bored.
Patience is the key here, Jill. Fishing is a sport not for the weak in endurance.
Well, I don't have any more insurance. I haven't gotten one single bite since we've got out here.
Whoa! We caught him! Wow, this fish is gargantuan.
A what-a-tan?
Gargantuan? Monumental. Colossal.
Colossal? Oh no, he got away.
Don't worry, Jill. After all,
We're just getting started.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tip of the Hats 2019. Woo! We had this awesome idea this year that, by the end of a 3-day charity event, we're usually very exhausted and tired. So we thought, why not just celebrate and be happy at the very start? We're so happy that you are here joining us on a beautiful rainy day at the Ignite Gaming Lounge in Skokie, Illinois. My name is Getawale, and I am being joined right now by two very good friends. We have next to me here Mr. Sideshow, and we have Miss Mala, or should I say Mrs. Mala, who was just married this past year. Congratulations.
Yep. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you'll be married eventually, I'm sure.
Thank you, Getawale.
We're all really happy. We're very wet. It would be a beautiful day to go bass fishing, as a matter of fact, because it's very rainy in Skokie, and we all got a little shower, but we're so excited because we have so much planned for you guys this weekend. We had one of the biggest and best events last year, and we're looking to exceed it this year. Tons of games, all kinds of prizes and things, sweepstakes, everything you're used to. Some old games, some new, some old people and guests and people that you're used to, and some new faces as well.
It's going to be great.
Yeah,
I mean,
energy.
I've been looking all over at the different segments that have been planned, because when you come into it, I've been doing a bit of the Overwatch segments, but I didn't know what the entirety of the show would end up looking like. And just looking through and talking to the people that have been organizing different segments, it's going to be amazing. I think this is going to be a phenomenal year.
Feels like the most planning ever of any event from what I've perceived, and bigger and better than ever. And I mean, Lauren, you're here every year too, and you're someone who's very personally involved in the charity that we're supporting, which is Camp One Step and Children's Oncology Services, Inc. We're going to have some familiar faces, Jeff and Katie, in a little bit to sort of talk more about the charity, but that's the reason we're here. I saw you had a new camp shirt on last year, because you're in it, huh?
Like I volunteer every year for the summer camp. I'm part of the medical staff there since I'm a nurse. So I'm involved in, handing out medications to the kids and just making sure they have a good time and they can enjoy their activities and not really worry about any of the medical stuff.
Yeah, cool. Look, guys, over the past several years, we've raised over $1 million.
That's so incredible.
For this charity, and we're doing it again this year, and so we're going to talk a bit more about all of that. In the meantime, hey, look, we play games here. That's what we do, and we have some gamers that are in our pub server right now as sort of the kickoff. I know a lot of you guys are waiting to kind of get in on that as well. What's up, gamers? Good morning.
Morning.
Hey. Whoa. Okay. Crunk's still waking up. We got Crocodile Aaron, we got Ozzy, we got Uncle Dane as well. Pleased to have all you guys back. I was saying I'm glad to see Uncle Dane again in person this year. It's been, I guess it was since 2 years ago we've had you. Made the trip out from the West Coast, which is fantastic. So how's what's the mood in the pub here this morning, guys? Like, is the excitement all the same as what we have here type of deal?
Yeah, it was really friendly, and I just killed everyone. So now it's not friendly anymore.
Okay, sure. I mean, that's a way to start the morning.
Part of it. Yep, definitely. Crunk is just right out of the gates using his camera to hit people there. We can see it on screen, which is, start off
thematic. It's pretty thematic. I like it.
Health, yeah. We have so much, honestly, to get to. I have an iPad in my lap because, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can see it on your screen. We're just starting. We're 5 minutes in. We've already raised $21,000. $250,000.
That's pretty phenomenal.
That's before the event even started.
Yeah, that's amazing. The generosity of the different communities that we tap into with Tip of the Hats always amazes me every single year.
Yeah.
Perhaps it shouldn't, considering the fact that it seems to just keep happening year after year. But every year when it happens, I'm always amazed and surprised pleasantly by the generosity of the people that are involved.
Yeah, we had 3 TVs here in the venue that were tracking all weekend. We had the live tracker for our total, and it was like 15K, and then it was 17K and 18K. And I think if you went back in time to sort of the humble beginnings of this event, if you were to go and tell Sean, Bud, like, oh yeah, like in 6 or 7 years, we'll raise like 20,000 in a few days, it won't be a big deal. Like, it'd be a little surprising. It's just crazy how much this has grown.
It really is.
Yeah, and, you guys, I was going to make a comment about you get the donation total on the cart when we play payload maps, which is so cool. Like, we have all these TF2 gurus who have hacked in all this crazy stuff into the game, and
people far more intelligent than I or you.
Yeah, there's even new stuff this year. We have some new gurus with us.
New gurus.
Yeah, if you have. I don't know if that's a word.
No, is it not?
It is now.
It should be.
New ruse, yeah.
New ruse.
If you sort of eagle-eyed fans have been sort of looking at our Tip of the Hats site and get a list of sort of the people that were here and part of the event, you might have some idea, but we're keeping it for secrets. We're not going to give it all away at the very start, We got to save something.
We've got to tease you. The big reveal at the end is who made the show.
Yeah, definitely. Why don't we just jump right in actually with some donations, because that's literally the reason that we're here.
That's the point.
We can talk to the gamers and stuff, but yeah, I mean, so this is all, there's so many donations already, but we have $10 from Nasu. It says, I hope my contribution will help kids diagnosed with cancer and make a difference both in the TF2 community and future generations. Thank you for that $10. $100 from Fruit Digital. It says, kudos to all who work on this charity event. It is truly wondrous. Thank you so much, Fruit Digital. And like, this is sort of, this is a common one, I think. It says, it's $150 from Subrosian Dimitri. It says, I can't tune in due to work. And I don't really play TF2 anymore, but that's not going to stop me from dropping some cash in the proverbial hat. And that's something we hear a lot too. TF2 is a game that's been around for 12 years.
Wow.
A lot of us have sort of grown up and moved beyond. You're a great example of that, Josh. But, even whether you play it or not, and look, I've watched Tip of the Hats from work, literally myself, in past years. We're just so glad that you guys keep on coming back, even though you're not, necessarily still playing the game. And a lot of you are. And there's so much to mention in the first hour. There's bit donations. Guys, you can see on our screen some of the challenges and incentives. A lot of that is literally just right on our website and on our tracker. If you follow the link and whatnot, I'm sure we'll get it in chat. All this stuff. So the merchandise, there's a bunch of merch. We got new shirts, as we always do.
Yeah.
We got the bass fishing
The
theme.
shirts look fantastic.
They're really good, yeah. I had an impromptu washing and drying of it, walking from the bus to the venue today with the pouring rain. They're great. They don't shrink or anything.
Yeah, they survive the rain. That's always good to know.
But so I mean, merchandise. We have a Nintendo Switch again. There's so many prizes and things. So if you needed more reasons to give to such a fantastic cause, we got them again. Yeah. We're not leaving you
so many
hanging.
reasons.
Yeah, there is.
You just missed a $1,000 donation.
What?
Yep.
We have the return of the gong this year.
The big gong.
Some people were asking. I literally got the question multiple times. That last year was the first year with this humongous gong. I know you can't see it, but we will get to it with some big donations and milestones and stuff. A hilariously large gong.
It is.
We love it.
Apparently, there's a whole technique in how to ring the gong as well. You don't just go at it, hammer and tongs.
Yeah, we had to.
Hammer and tongs are for an anvil, I believe. So, mixed metaphors.
You definitely can't do that.
No, absolutely not. But we've been working. We've been working with what do you call it? Gong experts. Round the clock.
Some of the foremost gong experts we brought in this year. We'll have them on the couch in a little bit.
Those are some of the new gurus that we've got on board.
And some of the Nurus, in fact.
Nurus, yes. Nuru gong experts.
Yeah, definitely. we have a shout out actually to one of our new people, one of our new names and faces this year. Behind the camera, the Human Sentry donates $9.85, perhaps a Canadian. The currency conversion, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
It says, shout out to Ixie. Hope you're having fun there. And here's my yearly donation from Century with love. And so, yeah, a good time to shout that out. One of our new, there she is, thumbsing up, behind the cameras, helping us out. We have others as well. I don't like getting into naming names because I always forget people, but you know, we have Faulty as well, helping behind, brand new, and so on. What else do we want to talk about? We have a look at the subs coming in. I'm just noticing. And guys, if you're brand new to this event and maybe it's all new to you, there are so many ways to give. So not only can you donate monetarily if you just have money, say, on your credit card or PayPal account, you can donate using virtual items in Team Fortress 2. There are so many of those that are accepted. Yeah. I'm sure we'll talk about it more at length, but a lot of people this year in TF2 got a lot of unusual. That was a thing.
That's true.
So you might have some
that blew up.
might have some unusuals you want to donate this year, especially. So money, virtual items. There are Twitch subscriptions. All of the profit from the Twitch subscriptions goes directly to the charity. All of the bit donations, the profit from all that goes directly to the charity. There are endless ways to donate, which is awesome.
And the sub emotes are so fantastic.
Oh yeah,
as well.
And that's the thing is, every event we unlock new emote slots, and so we have all the fun emotes in chat and stuff like that you can use in every channel.
Yeah,
I see them all year now, honestly.
Yeah, and especially what I love as well is that we have artists behind the scenes making new emotes for the event as it goes on as well.
Literally, yeah.
Last year we had the TotH look, which was a fantastic one of Harsha, just with his deadpan gaze into your soul.
Harsha's back. We got him back. He's got some fans in chat. Yep. This is just love-in hour. We're just shouting out everybody, you know. Josh is here. We got Bran. We got, you know. We got the gamers over there. I haven't even really been paying attention. We've been too excited and happy talking about all of this stuff. But Crunk is that your main now? Are you a demo main?
I can only play one guy. That's
I'm just guessing because you have the gold, you're blinged out, you know? You got the gold sticky bomb launcher. I obviously just made you die by talking to you.
Caster's Curse.
The classic.
Yep, the Caster's Curse.
Ozzy's
doing his thing.
The meme spoon kills.
The Trollge. Rocking some Trollge.
Troll?
Surprise, like Trollger. Short Trollger.
Right, okay,
I'll tell you later.
Thanks.
There, yeah.
Keep me updated.
He's got his, hey, we got a big donation there. $500 from Core Fox. Thank you so much. Have a look to see if there's a message there.
I think, you know, Mike, we need to make a rule for the gong as well. Do you have a cutoff in mind?
I don't know. What was that's one thing that escaped me. What was the rule?
500's pretty good.
500,
yeah.
The only problem with the gong is that we need a person to point the camera at it. So I see we have a Jesse.
Gotta take her.
We have a Jesse Cardone running over to.
Are you the gong master?
Yeah, I guess I'm closest, so I guess I have to. Yeah.
For it.
All right, let's get. Is this? No, we're good.
What's your technique?
So this is for Core Fox. So the technique with the gong, if you've never been to the event before, you initially have to warm up the gong.
That's true. You heat it in a microwave, an oven?
We need to back up and understand all sound is caused by vibration.
Oh, we're learning.
So you sort of warm it up a bit and then you strike.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Oh, first gong.
The first gong.
Wow.
TotH 2019.
Because you can't just go into it, nimbly bimbly. You can't just,
That was a beautiful gong strike. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
A historic moment, the first gong of 2019.
Yeah, if TotH is still an emote, that might have been dropped. That's me screaming at the gong last year. So thank you. And Core Fox's message quite simply is, let's kick this off. And we have done that. We have definitely kicked it off. So like I say, in a little bit, we're going to be speaking with some reps that are here. I say reps, it sounds so informal. Our families here from One Step, and we're going to talk to them a little bit. We're going to get to, there are so many games this weekend, guys, and like I say, new variety games. Of course, we have Overwatch again, and you guys have brought we have some new faces and people that'll be taking part in that. Some new events and ideas. If you guys want to know what is happening all weekend long, if you have an event that you're maybe looking forward to, especially, the schedule is right on our website. I can't emphasize enough how everything's on the website. Just go there, dude. Go to it.
You got to get over there.
But yeah, no, like I say, the schedule for the whole weekend, it's 12 hours for the next 3 days. And you can see the prizes and things. I just feel like a robot that's just on a loop repeating all the...
some people are unfamiliar with the event, but I think we have a lot of people returning as well.
Absolutely.
But even for them, the event does change year to year, so you gotta You got to keep an eye on the event schedule. See what's coming up.
We keep it interesting for ourselves.
Oh yeah, exactly.
We'd be bored too if we did the same thing every year, right?
I'm really hyped for the Minecraft segment, actually.
Yeah, there's a build off, I'm told.
I haven't been told anything.
Okay.
They're trying to keep it secret from me, and I don't know why.
I might have just let something
why.
slip, but I don't know.
Mike's ruined the segment, everybody.
That's going to be... yeah, it's going to be cool. There's new variety games, like I say. Well, I mean, it's on the schedule. So there's Uno. There's a bunch of stuff. There's
Uno.
We switch it up. Yeah,
that is truly a test of skill.
I know it sounds interesting, but it's something that Tag has streamed a lot on his stream. I know, and what I'm told is it's like some of the most fun that he's had on stream in a long time.
All right, that's amazing.
And he wouldn't put that lightly, like, you know what I mean? I trust Tag with that. And
Tag has a fairly strict level and stratification of fun. You know, he's not willing to say he's had fun until he's had a lot of fun.
Yeah, he doesn't phone it in, like, so to speak.
No,
he does stuff that he enjoys only. And that's the best way to stream and to do that stuff, I think. The donations are just rolling in. I mean, again, I can get some more donations here because, look at this, we got a big $200 donation from Cerny. Says, let's go. Good luck with TotH this year, guys. Have some good fun.
Thank you,
Cerny. Already. $25 from Critical Flaw, a friend of ours. So excited for Tip of the Hats coming back. Looking forward to the rest of the event. Good luck on reaching the donation goal. And good luck to NA, despite the impending insurmountable ping advantage. So Critical Flaw is making reference to pretty much the first, I guess, little event that we're having, the NA versus EU event. That is, like I say, when you go to donate, the incentive is there very clearly. It'll scroll up on screen here to see. I know that someone was saying we wanted to look back through the past years of North America versus EU to see who always wins and gets the ping advantage.
Just off the top of my head, it does seem to be North America a lot.
It's pretty much always NA. But,
that might be because the event is in NA, it streams at NA times. I'm trying to give Europe a bit of
that's true, I guess.
of leeway here.
But I mean, people are awake in Europe now. It's like afternoon.
We sleep a lot in Europe. We sleep a lot. It's
Speak for yourself, dude.
Sleepy area.
Tell you what, I'm told, I believe we're going to be going to a video here and a very quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be here with the members of our family from Camp One Step, and we're going to talk more about that. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
I had so much fun last year when I went, and I was sad to leave, so I waited a whole year to come back.
I'm Caleb. When I was just about out of treatment, my nurse practitioner recommended camp to me. I just thought it was really fun that I could go somewhere where everybody would know what I've been through.
When I'm talking to people who aren't involved with camp about camp, I could talk 4 or 5 hours about it. Outside in what I call the real world, they're kids with cancer, but here they get to be kids for 2 weeks.
We were just playing paint twister, and then it really escalated into a giant paint fight.
Just put all the cares of the world away. You know, there's still the medical things in the background that we help take care of to make sure they're safe and still being treated if they need to be treated, but it's not up front. Up front, you're a kid, you're having fun, you're doing things that other kids do at summer camps that these kids don't always get to do.
Primary thing to do is go swimming and play with my friends.
Baking, fishing, arts and crafts,
archery, softball.
I've met so many great people here, just campers and counselors that I can relate to. We completely forget about our cancer and we just go along with it and we treat everybody the same.
I am an attending physician at Ann and Robert H. Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. I take care of a lot of these kids in the clinic, and to be able to see them out here interacting with their peers, having a blast is the best.
There's no need to sort of halt any treatment. Things can go on as normal. Everyone loves each other and would do anything for each other.
And you don't have to explain every little thing like about the treatments because they just know what's going on because they've been through the same thing.
Everyone's so much fun and we all act like family and I can be myself around everyone.
It's a family that extends beyond this week. Even after camp's over, you end up keeping in touch with these people.
This is the best place there is. It's like a second home to me.
Yeah.
I tell my sisters and my mom, my dad, when I get back, I have too much fun that I forget about them.
I've heard many campers say this, that they wouldn't actually give up having cancer because without cancer, they wouldn't have camp.
Sometimes people think, oh, since you had cancer, you can't do these things, but just watch me and I will.
Hi guys, welcome back. And we love seeing those videos every year. And more than that, we love having, we love this as well. We just did a big $500 donation. Hey, that's good. We like that. But we're joined as we always are. And like I said, I called you guys we're really just part of a big family. And we're so happy to have you back, Katie and Jeff from Camp One Step. And how are you doing?
Doing great.
We're
Yeah,
Thanks
good.
for having
Yeah,
us here.
you didn't get too soaked coming in here. I guess Jeff, you and I don't have the full problem everyone else does.
It
but
rolls right off.
Yeah,
It's totally good. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're so happy that you're here and that you can come again and sort of tell us. And what I love about it is when you come, we get to sort of hear some of the stories, I guess, from the past year, and we get to hear some of, I guess, what's new. But I usually just give you the floor, Jeff, honestly, to sort of, talk about whatever you may want to talk about.
Yep. No, absolutely. Yeah. But before we go on, I want to
Sure.
just thank you all for being here today and for all the hard work. I mean, you guys don't see what's going on behind the scenes and what everybody's doing to get ready for today. And being ready for today takes several days to do that, and not only that, but the planning that goes into it.
Yep.
So we are very grateful for you guys, for everybody that's dedicating their time and doing that, but also to the Tip It Has community for all the years of support. The number of kids you've been able to send to camp is beyond belief.
Staggering.
Okay? It is.
Yeah.
And what that means is that you all are making a difference each and every day. And by making a difference like that, you're changing the lives of a child, okay, and families that we support all the time. So thank you all very much on the other side.
We can clap on that. We can clap on that, right? Yep.
Grateful is probably not even a strong enough word for how we feel. But we've had a great year. From last year to this year, we continue to grow in more campers. The good and the bad, right? The good is we're growing more campers. The bad is more children are being diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, Lauren knows this from the medical perspective, and Katie sees it from what we see every day. But the important thing is that we have a community like this to support us and make sure that lives are great. And, from what we see, and you heard the video and you saw the kids doing what they do, and we do that from 11 different programs.
Yeah.
And the ability for them to be able to feel like kids and do the things they need to do every day that, we talk to multiple parents all the time, and they said, our family was lost. We didn't know what to do. Yep. The darkness set in when we got the diagnosis of cancer from our kids and the uncertainty and all of that. And because of that, they gave us an opportunity to come to camp. And a mom from last year, their situation was, and I'm not trying to drag everybody down, it's more about the good things about it.
Absolutely.
So their son was, they moved out to California because their dad lost a job, and they're in California. He finally gets a job. During that time, their son is diagnosed with cancer. During that time, the wildfires happen in California. They lose their home.
Wow.
But they come to Camp One Step, and during that time, and during that whole family breakup, not breakup, but the whole family tragedy, they were disconnected. Okay, because the cancer was dominating, loss of jobs, loss of home, all that type of stuff. And their son went to summer camp for the first time last year, and by coming to summer camp, they said that their family was whole again. Oh. And that's what, this is what you guys are doing. I mean, you're not just changing an event here today. You're changing the lives of children and families. You're bringing them back together. You're giving them hope again. And that hope is the best thing about, Camp One Step.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you want to add anything there?
I was just going to add in the boy he was talking about, when he came home, at first he was very quiet, and his mom was concerned that maybe she had made a mistake by sending him to camp. And when he finally came out, she said he couldn't stop talking about camp and all these people he met. And more importantly, he met people who had a similar diagnosis who are now going on to be counselors.
Yeah.
And saying, not only do I want to be a camper, but when I grow up, I want to be a counselor too, and I want to get back. So
yeah, we saw that last year. We had, for the first time, we had campers in person, and a camper, someone who was formerly a camper and now staff, and that's such a cool piece of it as well, is just understanding this isn't like a one-off camp where you just go and have a bit of fun. It's like for most of the people, it's a lifelong thing, which is amazing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, no, we've had families that have come together based on their kids getting together and go on vacation now. We had a great experience that we didn't even plan. We have a Chicago Day Camp. And Chicago Day Camp is really a 3-day weekend where kids get to go home at night because parents, listen, to send their kid to camp, some parents are crying all the way up.
Sure.
They don't want to do it. And Lauren knows this too. And Katie does this. You look at it and they're just saying, like holding their hand before they leave. So we have a Chicago Day Camp that gives kids an opportunity to come to camp, experience what they're doing, but go home at night. Right? So mom and dad kind of get immersed in it, and then we see so much penetration of kids coming to camp from that. But the great thing is that there were some of the families staying at a hotel nearby, and the kids connected during the day, and while they're at the pool at night, and the kids were talking, so now all the families got together, and this whole natural bonding piece came in. So, but they have experienced camp within a hotel structure, and it is a community, like you said, and it is a family, and you know we can't tell you how much this means, but also when we say you're a part of our family, not just the guys and ladies here, it's everybody in the Tip of the Hats community that's watching this today and will watch all weekend. You're a part of us, and that part of us tells us that you know we can do this together. Yeah. And that's what we tell all of our campers, and everybody on the feed here today is doing something special as we are doing this together.
Absolutely. And I mean, look, it's something that I think we all understand it by now. Cancer will touch all of us in our lives in some way, whether it's yourself, whether it's a family member, a friend, whoever it may be. It's, I mean, you know, there's no denying it. I don't think we have. Yeah, it's a big thing, and we all get it. Yeah. So I mean, what other sorts of things? Was there other topics you wanted to touch on? What's new? What's going on? What's exciting? I mean, we know it's growing every year. I mean, we heard. I think it was last year, the year before, the new facility, things like that, and whatnot. Not trying to like put the pressure on you.
Yeah. No.
I like hearing all the cool stuff. You know, I'm sure there's always stuff going on.
Yeah. I usually get that. You know, enough is enough. You know, stop talking. Right. So this is good.
Yeah.
No. I think we talked about the counselor piece, and we touched on it. That 1 in 5 of every counselor that we have is a former camper.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, and when you see and you look on the other side of it, you say, hey, I can be a camper, but I'm a camper now, but I see somebody that's there. It's that visual example of saying, I can do this as well, right? And the other part of it is and you've talked about it, cancer touches a lot of us in different ways, whether it's parents or family or siblings or whatever.
Yep.
You look at it and you're trying, if you're not on the other side of not having that same experience, it'd be like me talking to this pumpkin here and saying, hey, I really trust you. I understand what's going on in your lifespan. But when you have someone on the other side of it that's a camper as well, that belief becomes real. My dad was going through it. He had leukemia and made it 6 years before he passed away. Every time he would go for his treatment, he would get really nervous when he'd go for his counts, and you know what that's all about. Yeah. Those tests tell you, are you going to be done with chemo? Do you have to get more chemo? Do you have to get stronger chemo? All that type of stuff.
Been there.
Yeah, right? And that's it. And you on the other side of it are trying to do, you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. You're trying to give them all the support you can.
Yeah.
But our kids and our families get that firsthand from someone that says, I absolutely know what you're going through. And it's not this, it never was it on our side, and you know this, right? It was never false, but it was, I'm trying to do the best I can, but I can only do what I can. Yeah. When the other people on the other side, if they've gone through it, they really can help themselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what's so indispensable, and I've talked about it in the past. I was 22, I was a little older, but I would have loved to have support from people, from peers that really knew. Right. Not just, the support is fantastic, but people who really know that you can say, oh yeah, like had my blood work or my whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, I know. So it's so vital and important, and like you say, it's not just for the patient, the children or whatever themselves, it's the family and everyone. Before I forget, there was a big donation, and I think it was suggested, Jeff, if you wanted, you could hit the gong.
Yeah.
Is that something did you do that last year? Did we get you to do that?
Well, I don't remember last year, but I'm definitely going to do that today.
Yeah, because we had we had two that I'll mention. We had, and we'll get the camera, we had a $1,000 donation there while you spoke from TCR,
That's
comment.
Fabulous.
$500 from Sammy as well. So, Jeff, I don't know if you thought you're being summoned and beckoned to do the honors. Here you are. Any way you like.
Ooh.
Woo! Thank you so much. How did it Get the trip report. How was it? Is it a good feeling?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could do that later, I'd be great. You know, that would be.
We got to get Katie one first.
Yeah.
You get
true.
one to start.
Yeah.
We wait till everyone gets one, and then you can have more. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. We were just talking about support and how it affects not only the kids but the families. We actually have our family camp going on right now.
Oh yeah.
It's starting this weekend, and we've got 27 families going. It's one of our biggest programs ever now. It's our second biggest program of all 11.
Okay.
And most of the people that are coming are new this year, which is amazing.
Wow.
So it's opportunity not only for the kids to meet peer-to-peer, but they're going to start, their parents are going to meet, their siblings are going to meet, and they're going to have a lot to talk about, a lot to share.
Is that in Chicago? Because I know there's the camps are sort of all over, right, in the region?
Almost half are just north near Lake Geneva.
Okay.
In Conference Point Center. So they're going to be up there through the weekend, and we're excited.
Cool. Yeah, that's something for, if people are new, they hear, Camp One Step. It's not a single camp that we're talking. We mentioned it, but it's so many throughout the year. Yeah, rain, shine, snow.
Yep. We try to cover all the seasons.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Yeah. Well, maybe you'll get all the seasons maybe in a day or two around here. I mean,
So far, so good, right? Yeah,
really.
we're on a roll. Yeah, over here. But as Katie was talking about, we have 30 families up in Wisconsin this year, which is up. We had 18 families last year, which is great. And the more families are able to get together and understand it and do that, it collectively does it. And Katie was talking about siblings from a sibling camp, and we had a situation where there was these two sisters. One came to sibling camp and ended up being diagnosed with cancer as well. So both siblings have cancer, but are able to get through it themselves because they've have that experience. So it's a crazy time, but there's so many great things that happen. We've kind of talked about the cancer side of it, but the kids that are able to ski for the first time and they see that, and I'm sure the folks on the viewing this will see the video.
Yes,
see some videos of that. But the opportunity when you hear we were just at an event. And one of the campers was talking about she was able to ski for the first time. She was able to do different things, ride a horse for the first time. Our goal is to make sure that kids can achieve anything they want.
Yep. And I love that the adaptive programs for skiing and all of these other things, like let's say that you're in a wheelchair but you really want to ski, they can ski. We can make that happen. I love that we're able to really provide for all of these kids so they can do the activities.
And you've seen it firsthand.
Oh,
right?
definitely. Yeah, I did winter camp.
Exactly. And what you see is in winter camp, we're talking about our Utah ski program. I mean, kids we've had some legally blind skiers. Yep. We've had some amputees that are skiing, and it's people in wheelchairs. They go in these sleds that are from a wheelchair perspective that they're guided by experienced skiers, and they're doing double diamonds in these sleds. Right. I'm a bunny hill type of guy, so and I'm perfectly good to go. But
all I know how to do is shovel snow where I live. So it's not as fun.
Yeah. No,
well, I always say it. I'm like, we listen to some of the events. I think I've said it multiple years. The kids do cooler stuff than I have ever done. Like I want to do some of this stuff. You know, it's very cool.
They have so much fun. All the kids say, "Oh my gosh, I've been looking forward to summer camp all year.
Yeah.
I've been having a countdown on my calendar. I can't wait for this." And then right after summer camp, I'm going to do the whitewater rafting program. It's going to be so much fun. And then I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. this year with the Washington, D.C. program. And so the kids just love it. They look forward to it so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you get the regular camp stuff, though, where, kids are doing things to other kids. And you'll get over the walkie-talkie, "Hey, someone took someone's leg. Can you bring it back?" Right? So their prosthetic leg is missing because someone's playing pranks like they usually do in camp. So it's all about fun. And it's all about, experiencing new things. We do not, when kids come to camp, they check their cancer at the door, basically.
Yeah.
It's not there to talk about it. If they organically talk about it, that's great. But, we want them, just as what I'm looking on the screen, people doing things and having a good time. It's really about the same process, right?
And the great thing is that we can provide their medical treatment at camp. I'm part of the medical staff there, and we can give their chemo. We can do their blood counts. I drew a kid's blood this year so that we could send it to the hospital, and he never had to leave camp. He came to the medical office for about 5 minutes and then went back to his activities.
Yeah, well, that was a thought that I had just last night. It just occurred to me that there's so many fantastic charities that that do similar kinds of work and stuff. A lot of them that we see in the gamer space, though, it's these groups that bring, say, like gaming and consoles and things to the hospital. But this is really the opposite. It's like you're bringing the hospital almost
To the kids.
the kids, which is so amazing. I mean, that's what makes it special, is that, you don't have to sit in a hospital room and that kind of stuff. You can go and, we use this phrase, you can be kids, and that's really what it is,
Yeah, we couldn't do what we do without medical. We're so lucky to have people like Lauren and all our doctors and nurses. We even have lab techs. There's an army of volunteers from all different hospitals in Illinois, Chicago, up in Wisconsin, and they make it seem seamless. So even if kids they're having a bad day, if they need a little extra supervision, whatever it is, they're taken care of and they can go back in the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the part of that is that we have over 400 volunteers that support our organization, and at summer camp, what Lauren's talking about, we had 75 medical volunteers there, which is amazing, and that gives us the opportunity. I mean, 66% of all of our kids that come to camp are on some type of medication.
Yeah.
And to be able to put it in the field like we do, years ago we used to have kids come out of the program, go to the med office, get their so they're missing so much time.
Right.
And because of the great work and the dedication of our med team, they go out in the field, do the things where they might be on a trip, they might be on just out doing some programming type of things. They can get their medication right there, and that means that, like to your point, it was, if you want to be a kid, be a kid. So how do we do that more effectively so they're not missing things?
Yeah.
We want to get them out of hospitals, doctors, medication, and if we can do it where it's more organic in the program, that's the whole part.
Yeah.
The whole part.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The donations keep coming in, which we love. I mean, there's always it's always a good time to read donations, honestly. $250 from Kasofa saying, I love TotH and the community. So much fun to see everyone come together to help lift up these kids. That's a cool phrase as well.
Awesome.
Already above $25,000. We're going on $30,000 and it's 11:37.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's the fact that it's growing every year is just unbelievable. I feel like I run out of words. I need a thesaurus for my birthday to just look up the entry for good and like amazing for all this stuff. $100 more from King Cool Cats. And we get a lot of these messages as well. Like I said, look, cancer is not something that you don't understand. It really touches all of us. This year, King Cool Cats says lost his grandmother to cancer. And about a few months ago, my friend lost her mother. This community has my gratitude, and I'm sure this money will be put to good use as well. Like I said, I mean, I think the fact that it's so relatable, this isn't some abstract thing. It's not some sort of niche, bizarre, we're talking about dozens and hundreds of different diseases and sort of things. Again, I run out of the words to just say how cool and how awesome it is that you have this awesome organization and camps, but somehow they're getting better every year as well.
Yeah. And
there's more, and you're able to do more, and you're able to handle more, and it's wild. It's wild.
Well, thank you.
Sky's the limit.
It is, and our whole goal is to continue to enhance whatever we do, because as you mentioned, there's 11 programs, but we're an organization that kids can keep coming back every year, which we want, because it's their friendships. They become their second family. So for us to say, hey, great, you came to summer camp, but you can't come anymore, that's not what we're all about, right? And a couple of things with that. So we got to keep refreshing the programs. But for us to get better and handle more kids and do the things like that, we can't do it, again, without you guys. We just can't. And it makes us do what we do, but it brings the smiles and happiness and comfort to the community we support.
Yep.
And we only have 7 people on staff, and but from the volunteer perspective, we all work together as one team. And it's great when you get up every morning trying to make kids happy, and to meet amazing people like everybody in this room, as well as the dedication of all the Tippet Hats community. There's nothing better for us.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
Yep.
And we can't put it properly into words how grateful we are.
Really, yeah. Yeah, for us, we can only imagine for you guys, the actual organization.
Yeah.
We tend to get stories every year. I'm thinking in my head now, like, we've had some funny stories in the past. Is there anything that sort of not to put you on the spot, Lauren, and certainly for all three of you guys, I mean, are there any sort of we've had stories of like torrential downpours and things like that, how they were dealt with. Are there any stories that jump into anyone's mind of just to sort of?
I can probably tell one to start with.
Yeah, sure.
I think I might have told this one already. This was a couple years back. Sure. I had a camper that came to camp for the first time, and his mom maybe pushed him there and said, "This will be good for you." I'm not sure that he wanted to be there, but he went with it. For the first couple days, he did not want to be there. He was pretty mad at the world. He was going through his treatment. He had just gotten the diagnosis not that long ago. And then a couple days in, he was doing okay. He started to make some friends. He was realizing that all of these other campers had gone through the same thing that he was going through. And then by the end of the week, he did not want to leave. And he has come back year after year, and he's like number one camper. He did the lake swim, I think, last year. And he's just a really good kid. Yeah. I think he's going to be a counselor soon.
Yeah, it's coming up.
He's getting up there, yeah.
Sure. No, I think what you were talking about, the torrential rain, situation that we have, I'll restate it for everybody that's out there. So we have when we have summer camp, we have multiple things happening. And one of the groups that we have is called Campcraft. And what they do is they sleep in tents on the grounds, and they cook their own food.
Cool.
But one year we had the rain was coming every night at like 2 a.m. And it wasn't drizzle, it was downpours. So if you can imagine, picture a group of kids running into a building, for an hour and then running back, and then all of a sudden the rain starts and running back again. Tents were collapsing because of the rain, and we're sending everything out there. So yeah, it went on for 4 nights straight. And they finally said enough is enough. We put we had to take one big, of our meeting space and convert it into a tent space, basically. But yeah, I mean, those things happen all the time. But the kids, you'll watch them just play pranks on everybody, and kind of. I know you guys haven't done anything like that in the Tip of the Hats community.
Oh no,
not
never,
at all, right?
Never.
So, but that those are the things that happen all the time. And when you look at stories. One of the things that we do at summer camp as well is we have what we call Boat Day, and Boat Day is we're so great, generous donations from captains of boats in Lake Geneva that there's about 60 boats that take kids out on the lake. They raft them, they put them down, and now the funny part of that is also the troublesome part of it is that we have to we raft, and by rafting we mean is we kind of get the boats to come into a circle or kind of a half circle, and we put the kids in the water so we can contain. It kind of becomes our own private beach at that point. But we have the boats that one time they would get part of it set, and then the thing would move, and then the kids were like getting really upset. Can I get in the water? Can I just jump in now? And so it's all this impatient thing comes up. Yeah. But those are the things that we get done. But it's. From a comical perspective, next year we'll make sure we actually video some of the things that happen at camp so we can let the community see visually. But, if you can picture being around a great group of people, you'll see what happens. Just picture all that type of stuff because that's what camp is.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think we're coming up toward in the next 5 minutes or so here, the end of the segment. I don't know if there's anything that we missed or that you you wanted to mention, really.
What I want to say is for everyone who's donating today, no matter it's $5, $50, whatever you're donating, all these funds to make sure that these kids get to go to camp.
Yep.
And all of our programs are free.
Yep.
Most of our families, a lot of them have pretty strong financial struggles. So you're helping these families who already have so many bills with hospital, medical, and ongoing, chemotherapy and all this stuff. So just know that you are creating so many smiles, so many memories for these kids, and we're so grateful.
Yeah. We say it every year, without the $1 and $3 and $5 donations, we wouldn't raise anything.
We wouldn't be.
That's what makes it all up,
Exactly, and that's just everybody caring. That's the important thing. When you talk about refreshing the programs, we changed our. We talked about whitewater rafting. We moved the program to Utah called the Utah Adventure Program to make it more accessible. And what we do in the Utah ski side of it, we do the same thing in the Utah Adventure. Kids are able to go do high ropes courses, even though they might be in a wheelchair, or they can go mountain biking for the first time, or things like that. So we try to continue to make sure the inclusivity, and that's what we're all about too. And one of the things that we do at winter camp and some of our other programs is that we do some things in the gym because it's too cold out. And but when we play like baseball or dodgeball or something like that, we put everybody in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
And by
Nice.
putting everybody in a wheelchair
Nice.
equalizes the
Yeah.
whole process out, but the kids that are in wheelchairs now become the ones that can take advantage of
They
it.
have the edge. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got the edge.
They're experts.
Yeah, and you watch their eyes go like, I've got you now, and that happens all
Cool.
the time. Yeah, which is great. So that inclusion, because kids go through it. I mean, being a kid without cancer is tough enough.
Sure.
And then you throw cancer on top of it. Being excluded or being looked at as differently, and we know all the things that are going around social media from a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
How do we contain that? And that's one of the ways we do it. But our community is amazing. We have one girl that comes to camp, summer camp, and 50 weeks out of the year she wears a wig because her hair hasn't come back from all her chemotherapy.
Sure.
Not at camp. It goes, right? And there's so many kids like that, and that's the thing of feeling themselves and being who they are. Yeah. So that's what you guys do. You guys make kids be who they are and believe in themselves again and be able to dream.
Such an important time in their life.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we'd have you here all day if we could.
I think they would get sick of hearing me all day.
Yeah.
So
Hey, you can if you want.
my friends and family tell me that, so I think we're going to spare them that for sure. Yeah,
but yeah,
totally.
if there was nothing else, you guys get to be the boss. Was there anything else? If not, we can,
Yeah, I think we'll be back on Sunday, or I think, I know Katie and a couple of people will be here tomorrow. And
we like being so
cover it.
nearby. That's why we love that we can do this in Chicago.
This is fantastic. Yeah, this is awesome. But no, we just want to make sure that we don't, continue to dominate the conversation. But it's all about, what you can do to make a kid feel like a kid, right?
Yep.
And the generosity that comes in and all of that from this community, is heartwarming. And we talk about it all the time. And we tell people about what this community is doing and how they're helping us and how many kids are sending to camp. And you'll have a camper here tomorrow. And, Jacob will talk. He's got red hair, so we call him Gingy.
Yep.
Right? But he was here last year, and we'll do it again.
Yeah.
But we are grateful.
We love it. Well, and we do get to see so much of this footage and these video packages. And so right now we are going to throw to, I think, one of the newer videos. Thank you again, Jeff and Katie. And absolutely, we will see you again soon. And so let's take a look.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We were on boat day, we participated in boat day, and the kids look forward to it. It's everyone's favorite day of the year. The boat drivers, the boat donors look forward to it. We look forward to it. The campers look forward to it. A lot of kids have never been on a boat before. So they get this opportunity to go on these beautiful boats. They get this opportunity to go out on the beautiful lake that we're surrounded by. And then, they get to drive the boats. They get to just fully participate. There's a lot of junk food on the boat, so there's more opportunity for candy. And then they all get to swim and have a great time and enjoy it and see the other boats that participate too. So it's an amazing day.
And we're welcoming some new people now on the couch. We have our friends. We have Jill right here. We have Jesse, and we have Sean right here. Hello, everyone. Sean Tradley.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello, Mr. Tradley. I was just saying, I really love that we can start off the event with all the charity stuff because it really kind of sets the stage. You know what I mean? I think we're still pubbing here, and you might know. Well, we got the scrap shirt there, but of course,
good.
Yeah, Jill and Jesse, two of the kind of gurus that are, I guess, a pretty big part of this event in terms of, allowing people to donate items and all that kind of thing. It wouldn't quite be the same without you guys. So, hi, welcome.
Hi. Yeah, we actually, I think we hit over 100,000 in item donations last year.
Wow. In items alone. We can clap.
Cumulatively,
Clappa, dude, clappa. Cumulatively, that's okay. No, but I mean, that's so cool because I know that when we started with the item donations, it was kind of a little bare bones, and we've sort of expanded it so that it's like you can do all of this stuff. And I might have miscommunicated, or might have chose the wrong words, but a lot of people do have one unusual, and I'm included in this, one unusual that they can trade this year. I will be giving that one, but
so
I didn't mean to come off wrong.
Unfortunately, no.
It's not?
So the prices for those
this would be good to get clarification on.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to donate mine. But
Well, so
I'm dumb.
it depends. Many of the unusuals that were impacted by the fiasco, we just don't have enough data to really accurately price them.
I see.
And so, we don't want to accept an item and then not be able to turn it into cash for the charity, because it all has to go to the charity, of course.
But certainly when
it's not all unusuals. A huge amount of unusuals can be donated. And we've also expanded the list to other items as well. This year.
Australiums, skins, I believe, as well. Still.
Skins. I don't believe so. At this.
If you go, listen, don't listen to Get Oil. If you go to the site and you go, it's super easy. That I can tell you. When you go to donate, it's easier than it's ever been.
Clicks to check your backpack for a list
literally,
of
it's
items.
very
Just,
simple.
very straightforward.
And so, and we say it every year that a lot of us have sort of moved on from TF2 and don't necessarily play it as much anymore. And so for some of us, we find there's items that we have in our backpack that, I'm getting to this point too. I don't really need all the stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we always sort of put this call out, check your backpacks. You might have items in there that you might have stuff you don't even know is valuable, honestly.
You can only wear one hat at a time.
Literally, you can. Well, there's a couple multiple options.
There's some silly ones.
Yeah. And there was a new Halloween update that just came out. So shout out to Valve for that. Still putting out some content and whatnot.
Valve's been very, very helpful. They've been very
with this event, they've been saints always to us. We we have medals again this year, as you guys will see when you go to donate and all of that. That you can unlock. We've got Uncle Dane right now being just a hero. He's just trying to learn the engineer class.
Which one do I pick?
Is I don't know, 2? What happens when you press 2?
Decide.
A sentry gun or an exit? I guess that is the question, right? The age-old question. Like I say, the pub is ongoing. We say to people, you can try to jump in with us. I know that I'm sure in the chat they give the address and stuff. There's a bit of a lineup usually to get into the pub. That's the way it is. There's only so much room in there.
I want to mention a little bit about the item donation rule that you guys kind of, absorbed within our organization. It was kind of like in 2015 we were kind of handling it on our own, and it was a massive project.
There was a text file, wasn't there, or something? There was like
massive spreadsheet, like backpack expanders were sending out desperate tweets asking for them, and it's like we had 5 or 6. We had a full team of people just trying to organize all this crap.
I remember that.
It was, and then Jill and Jesse came along, and it's like this thing that I didn't think we could delegate or pass along or get any
better.
assistance with, or optimize.
Even do better,
And then they just handled it. And since then, like you said, breaking 100,000 for item donations, you guys are a very impactful part of the overall $1 million that
it can't be understated. It sounds funny, like, you guys are awesome, but it really, in terms of, just remember what we're here for. We're here to give money to this charity, and anything that helps do that better, we're into that. Same as how Jeff was saying, they're always looking for ways to do things better, and we are too. And Mr. Jill and Mr. Jesse have helped us do that. So I'm sure the chat has already given them love. You can go watch the VOD after and just sort of take it in,
Oh, yeah. Never done that before.
Yeah, never. Yeah. We, so I don't know what's going on with the pub. Are we still in the pub? I don't hear it. Yeah, I know. We're still here.
Good.
Dane has a little robot hand. And hey, we got a big donation. Yeah, see, that's what I should be doing. I forgot what my job is. Look at donations. $500. Oh, wow. Look, yeah, Dana's shaking, just playing it up. And now he's dancing. Dancing. I don't know if I've seen the subs and donations on the corner stop yet. I just keep seeing subs popping up. One newer thing last year was gifting of subs, and that was a big thing. We had a lot of both anonymous and not anonymous people donating subs. Yeah, so I don't mean to change the discussion, but thanks, I guess is all I'm saying. Yeah, thank you so much.
I've already seen Raisefire gift a bunch of subs.
Yeah, there we go.
Make sure you guys check for your Prime
Our
subs
very own.
if that's available. Prime subs are great to use.
Yeah, with Twitch Prime or that. There's Fur, a friend of ours. You get that free sub. So we see a lot of the Prime subs coming in. I got to remember to do mine, actually.
Can't you actually use a Prime sub if you have a Prime free trial? You can still use a Prime sub?
Oh, yeah. There's a couple options with Prime. There's a free trial. Do they still have a student offer? I think you can get it for cheaper if you have a college or university email or something like that. There's options. I have it. my Twitch Prime for the year just came out of my credit card, so I'll be donating mine, and it'll go to a good place. But yeah, you get a free sub. It's literally free. You don't have to pay any money, and those bucks from the sub go to the charity.
Also, quick plug. We have a new event this year, Marbles on Stream, and we're going to restrict it to subscribers only.
Oh.
And I think it's going to be a hit.
That's a good idea, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to all the content that Truck and other people have lined up for.
I can't even, we haven't specifically mentioned, I kind of alluded to it at the start that we have more content than ever before, but so much of that sort of post-produced, pre-produced content kind of started last year with a lot of the videos and things that it was largely Kurt, some other people as well put together. There's so many videos this year, ridiculous videos. If you love memes, woo boy, we got them for you. Wyatt River might be involved in some of it too, but
we go together, Doctor.
Oh, whoa, that was the heavy and the medic. And I mean, even shout out to the Source filmmaker, the SFM people. We have voice acted SFM stuff in the intro this year and stuff. It's just it's amazing. I think we're doing a gong hit for the a gong smash, and I'll get the comment here in a moment. As soon as I get this string off. All right. We're going to change it up. Everyone gets to do a gong strike. Woo! Woo! We were doing it for milestones and stuff last year as well, right? And then we get to that as we go on in the weekend. Sort of breaking little records and things like that. We like to do it too.
That was a good one, Mike. Very crisp.
Thank you so much.
Very painful, yeah. So
Thank you for saying that.
Did we talk about the roundup thing yet? Do you guys want to mention that?
No. Oh, yeah. So anytime that you go and check out on Marketplace, then there'll be a little pop-up, and it'll say, like, hey, do you want to round up your order? Unless your order is an even increment of $1, in which case you don't get to. But yeah, and then, if they say you're buying $9.50 of items, then you have the option to round it up to $10, and then that 50 cents, 100% of it, goes directly to, not directly, we send it to Children's Oncology Services.
Yeah. We imagined like a magical machine one year in Chicago that just transforms the items on a conveyor belt and just, so we don't have that yet, but we might get the conveyor belt this year. I wanted to give you guys the comments here because it was 2 large donations. One was from Drew for $500. Drew with 2 W's. Drew, no comment. The other was $500 from our very good friends at Games Done Quick. And a lot of people know about Games Done Quick, also known as GDQ. We have multiple staff, or multiple people that work on that show. I've been there once myself, but Games Done Quick are literally very truly part of this family. That's Lang's full-time job now, but also literally this very tracker that we use, that's the tracker from Games Done Quick and all that stuff. So thank you so much to all the people at Games Done Quick. Their comment is, we just wanted to tell you all good luck. We're all counting on you. No pressure. Thank you.
Going well so far.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, guys, we're $31,000. Has the event even started yet? I don't know.
Are we live?
It has, yeah. Uncle Dane using his beautiful kind of aesthetic looking, what do you call that shotgun there? I love the design.
It's called Jazzy.
Jazzy.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Not the same. That's what I call Jazz Butts. Our Jasmine. I call her Jazzy sometimes. Different thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Who else is? We've been concentrating on Uncle Dane. Who else we got over there? Aaron. Who can we? We all love Uncle Dane, but can find him on YouTube any day. Just as good as the real person. I was going to say earlier of Ozzy. I'm surprised Ozzy isn't doing one of the trademark. Doing like the trademark heavy punching boxing thing.
Well, we got some real good players in the pub today.
Yeah? Oh, so you're saying they're too good? You can't pull it off?
They're too good. I can't boopy bob.
Oh, don't underestimate yourself. Come on, Ozzy. Ozzy's like the originator of the crazy blonde-haired heavy. Jason does it pretty well, too. Jason picked it up. Whisker. We got Crunk playing the heavy, the hardest class in the game.
We were just talking about the SFM intros, and I just want to say, Crunk's not the only one who does SFM intros.
Absolutely.
But he was on screen just now. I mean, they've just gotten better and better. They're incredible.
It's wild.
They're amazing.
Really is, yeah. Well, so I saw the intro video last night for the first time, and when their voice acting was happening, I was like, oh, what? Hello? The
Are we
kids
allowed
are talking.
to do that?
Yeah. It's I just love that now. It's like, you know, next year we'll have like an hour-and-a-half motion picture that'll just play at the start. Everyone will watch that. It'll be fun. Yeah, I mean, we could sit here for 12 hours for the next 3 days talking about how amazing everyone is.
We have so many videos this year. Our little stream deck is just like full of pages of them.
Yeah. Well, bigger and better than ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're back, Jesse. Second year.
Yeah. Second year here, doing production. It's awesome. Love setting up and love doing all of
I could say more words about that. So we talked briefly about how they kind of picked up the item donations role for us and just kind of carry that load, which is a very big load. But also, so starting in 2016, we started having Gio on site for stuff. He kind of he fills a lot of roles, like kind of very fluid in like where he can fill in our organization, and is like we're super appreciative of competent people that can fulfill multiple roles. And then last year was the first year Jesse was able to join the team, and I'm blown away. Like, we're just like, it's like, hey, Jesse, you want to come? And then it comes, and then he's like automatically just filling into the TD station, the audio station, the CG station. There's just like so many other things you guys do. I don't know if people realize it within our organization that we are truly grateful for. The item donations is now just a part of your job, and you guys are very much like almost tip of the hat staff, as well as, you know, what you do as marketplace, the side of our event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how about Jesse? I was going to say, how about Jesse, like, helping run the friggin' show and the switcher and all that stuff? Like, picked it up. Hey, we got a TCR again. $600.67. We'll get a little, we don't need I don't know, maybe we'll get the camera over. But, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of us were so impressed last year how Jesse just showed up and was like, hey, what can I do? And we were like, oh, do you want to, like... I don't even know everything you do back there, but he's truly like helping. Sean probably knows. I'm just the guy who sits here and talks. But
This started like 3 months before we even got on site last year. I saw Jesse type it in our Slack planning channels, assisting production. Like, they asked questions about specific networking equipment, like how can we run our show, and Jesse just chimes in, just fits right in, honestly, to all these conversations that only specific people can have about broadcast equipment, about networking equipment, and it's like, we very much appreciate that as well.
Yeah, I tried to get him to go in 2016 and 2017, and he was like, oh, you know.
Too shy.
Yeah, he's a shy boy, you know.
Yeah, sure, there's shy boys and girls.
But, I mean, I was just, honestly, last year in 2018, when we rolled up into the venue and Jesse just immediately was like, all right, how does this work? Let me just run the entire show for a few hours, or I mean, it was more than a few hours. And that really, I mean, that inspired me. You know, I was like, wow, what am I doing? You know, like I need to be more useful. And it just.
I mean, you both have incredibly useful roles. Like, there's even this event, I've seen you just popping in and like fixing some things on the tracker. And I think just in general, the item donations, allowing those to count. If you guys didn't know, by the way, the item donations count towards all the prizes and incentives on the tracker as well. So being able to integrate that into the tracker that accepts cash donations is not a small undertaking. And I mean, having that functionality is really important, I think, for people to. It gives a lot more value to your item donation. So, I mean, I think it's a big part of why our event is so successful year after year.
Yeah. Speaking of donations, there are a lot of big messages here. We had that previous donation from TCR of the $600.67. I'll just get this in my hand and be ready here. But says, I've never watched a Tip of the Hats before. How about that? And after hearing of what you guys are doing, I'm really happy to freely spend as much as I can. I also do hope to see NA get the ping advantage, just to see Tag demolishing the Europeans as Demo Man with his sick pipe air shots. I'll do just a little minor... Thank you so much for that, TCR. Brand new. How about that? Never watched Tip of the Hats before and is already just dropping immense amounts of money to the charity, which we love it so much. Thank you so much. Day one.
It's a good opportunity to mention, too, the two incentives coming up next hour. Is
the
bid war current numbers, I think, are at the bottom of the ticker right now. 2,700 for EU and 2,200 for NA. So let's pick it up, NA, because, I mean, that ping advantage is very important. We're going to be playing on a Chicago server. By the way, why it's in Chicago. So Soldier Rockets on LAN is kind of a thing.
Right.
If Mela has 4 ping, it's going to be a boon.
He's good.
The other option is to play on EU with 130 ping, and that's no good.
Not as good on Soldier. If you've never done it, try it out.
The other incentive to touch on is the 6v. So the 6v6 NA versus EU, this is a new twist this year. We're doing a best of 3. The winner is not out of the water yet. They are going to have to play a rematch versus 9 on-site Tip of the Hat staff.
Yep.
I'm really excited about it. I'm actually playing in it, I think.
Yep.
We're going to shake off the rust mid-game. I'm looking forward to trying to do that. But I don't think we're doing class limits. Don't tell anybody. I don't know if they're expecting Highlander, but we might roll out with a few medics. We're not really sure.
What's Highlander?
We've been theory crafting a lot this week.
Yeah.
For sure. That's all we've been focusing on.
That's
Nothing
scary.
else. But anyway, that's a really cool incentive. I'd love to see that happen, because then it'll be a bonus player that gets added to the Tip of the Hats team at the start. If it needs to be a 7v9 instead of 6v10 for a more balanced game, maybe the bonus player will swap teams. But I think it'll be a little bit spicy at the end of the NA for CU for sure.
It will. It's pretty straightforward, guys. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you go and donate, the incentive stuff's pretty clear. It's easy to understand. And like I say, you can follow it along. We'll try to kind of call it out. What time is that starting at? Is that at 1?
Yeah, it's on the schedule for 1. I think if the team's ready, we might start a little bit early so we don't have to rush the games quite so much.
Crocodile has his hand up like he's in class, wants to ask a question.
I do.
What's going on?
It's less of a question, more of a call-out against Uncle Dane.
Against him, okay.
He's been using the energy ball thing all...
the short circuit.
The entire
round. Have you ever watched Uncle Dane?
He's been doing it the whole time. I seriously think this man is stream sniping me.
No, he's just really good.
I sent him a very strongly worded letter about how...
Just now you did? Across the table?
Across the table.
I can read it if you want.
Please
sure,
do.
Go ahead and read it.
Hey, man.
Oh, hey,
was
we
that?
have a donation. Sorry, we'll have to get that later, Dane.
Okay.
It was 3XL Nate, #ScrapTF. That's the shirt. A huge donation. We'll see if we get, see if there's a message on that. Hey, we had a message here from a shout out to Jill and Jesse here from a Molten Corey. Says $2.24 and says, hey, just want to say hi to Jesse and Jill. Thanks for making Scrap.tf in general and all the lads on there. Best regards, Molten Corey.
Thank you.
Thanks, Molten Corey. Yeah.
You're
Some
welcome.
more. I get through some of these as well because there are several. There's one from our very own Crocodile. It was $30 earlier. A very interesting message says, I live in a shoebox.
I don't have any money.
I don't know
Please
what that
help.
means. That's okay, man. Hey, man, that's $30 that Charity didn't have before. Lily Shine donated $300. Says, been watching Tip of the Hats for years, and I'm finally in a good enough financial situation to donate like I've always wanted. Awesome. Here's for all the missed years I wasn't able to. We hear that a lot, too. We talk about it every year, but a lot of people say 6 or 7 years ago when they started watching this show, maybe you were like a teen or younger, and now it's like people grow up and they have jobs and stuff, and they're like, I can finally do that. I can finally donate. We love that. It's really awesome.
I'm waiting on one of our viewers to hit the lottery any day now.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm watching the donation tracker. If any of you guys won the lottery, even if it was $5 or like a free ticket, we can't yet accept free tickets, but we're looking into it. Jill, I think lottery. No, we're not. No, that's illegal. $100 anonymous donation here. Hey, there's another scrap one as well. Shout out to Jesse here. Astra donating $10.62. Says, hey guys, greetings from the Scrap TF community, and also hi Jesse. And this is my 4th time donating. It's always fun to watch the stream. So thank you and keep it up. Thank you, Astra.
I'm going to assume the hi to me was implicit, but whatever.
Was what, sorry?
No. Implicit?
Maybe. If you guys want to say hi to only Jesse, you're allowed. That's okay. You shouldn't be afraid of Gio. He talks a big talk, but I mean, look at him. Anyone could take this guy. The wrestling match is later today. Check the schedule, tipofthehats.org. We had $120 from Verman. Says, was not able to donate in previous years. Making up for it now. Keep it up. Thank you so much. PS3, big friend of ours. Remember, it was TotH 2015 that it was the quilt.
He won the quilt.
Yeah, the big quilt. So he put... He has an Imager link in the donation comment I can't look at.
I'm very eager to check out that
I'd love
link.
to know, or maybe I wouldn't love to know what it is. It says, Bay caught me slipping, waiting for TotH, so that he fell asleep, I guess.
Oh, it's probably a picture of the
$50.
quilt.
Oh, yeah, it probably is. Probably him with the quilt. So thank you, PS3. Appreciate it. And I'm trying to get all of the major ones here, because there was $300 from this looks like it's an emoticon, but instead of like the parentheses for the smile, it's the number 9. I guess that's like a licking. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Use a name that the host can read.
I don't know. I'm a boomer.
$300 says you think you're a boomer. Another year, another great event with great people. Really looking forward to this year's shenanigans. We do have that. And again, if you're just tuning in, check out that schedule. We have a lot of good stuff this year I'm really excited for. We don't, it's not that we BS and say we're excited every year. It's that we don't like to put off the event unless we're excited and happy about it, honestly. We wouldn't do it if it was boring, Oh, yeah. We like having fun and stuff like that.
Did we mention the in-game medals yet?
I very quickly slipped over it, but yeah.
One thing that maybe we didn't mention, though, we talked about the Marketplace TF Roundup program that you guys are doing, and that money actually does count towards the in-game medals.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah, so cash, item, and Marketplace Roundup. Although you'll have to do a fair amount of Marketplace orders in order to get to that threshold. But yeah, they all get combined to determine what TF2 medal you get at the end of the event, which those are distributed.
Yeah.
Not immediately, but
I was just giving a little kudos to Valve for just allowing us to have the in-game medals once again.
I have heard that we will actually maybe have a Valve employee fighting in Dota Fortress later in the event. I don't know.
Wow.
A little teaser for you.
That
something
seems like we might have had something like that in a past year.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll have to just stay here all weekend long to find out about that. Every second of every day. Maybe not. But that's...
Speaking of all weekend long, I got a quick plug about the stuff on the tracker, the prizes and incentives. You guys need to keep checking back on those. Right now, all the incentives for day one, I believe, are open.
Yep.
And then I think the incentives, as they get met and as we pass up some of the segments that had incentives, we're going to be opening more.
Yeah, some are time limited as well, if it's like last year.
Exactly. Make sure if you're donating, make sure you're picking an incentive or applying them towards the incentive you're choosing.
Yeah, you got nothing to lose. You're already donating.
If you're looking, there are incentives on the schedule on the website, and if you're looking to donate towards one of those specifically, it will be open eventually. But we're trying to really push towards the incentives that are on day one first, and then like later on today, I'll probably open some of the day two ones. That's just how that incentive scheduling works for our event.
Yep.
And then the prizes as well. There's a lot more thought went into the prize scheduling this year. Last year it was just a massive list of prizes. If you donated once, you're eligible for all of them. And then this year it's like I'm trying to separate the Overwatch stuff and the TF2 stuff, and then there's some other really cool prizes. Right now, the Borderlands box donated by a staff member, Steve Budd, actually, one of our editors. That's one of the kind of major prizes that's open right now.
Yeah.
I think the Switch is going to open later today when the Mario Party stuff happens.
Nice.
There's just a lot of really cool prizes this year. A lot of signed stuff.
Yeah.
The mouse pads, by the way, which I think are on the shop unless we sold out already. There was a limited quantity.
Real
of that.
close.
Yeah.
There's but you can see them at the player stations. Maybe we'll get a close-up shot of them later or
They're
something.
big and
they're
beautiful.
They are very cool. Very
gorgeous.
It feels like a. I used like a
there you
a
go. Yeah,
try-hard.
we're holding one up there. You can kind of see
Thank
on
you.
the player.
The graphics
there,
are incredible. They are signed by all the tip of the hat staff if you win the prize sweepstakes later on for it.
Yep.
And then in the store, it's a very heavy duty, nice gamer mouse.
It
It's
really,
it's a desk mat.
Yeah.
I went onto the store and I bought one 2 minutes after I saw it in person because I was like, well, I need that.
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
They're so incredible.
I need it too. I have a mouse pad like this, and these are like this. And so and like I say, you can kind of see all that stuff. But there's a lot of signed stuff there. We got, I think, our biggest sort of Valve loot package that we've ever had. We have more Valve stuff than ever, like chess sets and stuff that were signed.
Some of the chess sets actually were donated by staff members as well. I think Smith and Fender. Fender McBender donated the 2 chess sets themselves.
Fender McBender's on site this year, and one of the other new faces.
Valve hooked us up. Eric Smith, I think, is our contact that kind of sent that stuff over, and it's a big prize assortment. I'll try to get some more details on that when the prize actually opens. I think it's going to open on day 3 tentatively. There's a lot of TF2 stuff on day 3, and there's going to be some cool Valve merch for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Valve are too good to us. They've there was already like a news or blog post. They, as far as we know, they like to watch this event in Washington at their headquarters. So hi, Valve, how you doing? Hi, Washington. I mean, it sounds like just like a formality kind of thing, but no, they really have been awesome. Especially given the game is sort of declining a little bit. It's they love it. It's such a fantastic cause, and they help us out a gajillion.
Eric's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Wonderful guy.
Yeah. Did you meet him? Did you go to Valve in person before?
Yeah, like 2016 maybe. I met the team a little bit. I talked to But yeah, Eric's.
Yeah, Dane was telling me. Dane was saying he's gone twice, and actually Dane had I don't know where it ended up. He had like his huge novelty wrench with him. We'll have to get that.
It's here somewhere.
There it is. There it is. Oh, he's got it. Yeah, look at that. Now, what does the engineer say, Dane, when he hits the things with the wrench?
What do you mean?
What kind of words? What are some of his words that he says?
He says, like sentry going up and stuff like that. You mean like?
Could you do it? Could you do a BAP? I just want you to do a BAP.
Oh, BAP, yeah.
I didn't want to ask directly.
Like that?
Yeah. Can you do it? Yeah.
Sorry. It's that's technically the.
I know we got to pay you every time that you say it, but.
Yeah, my PayPal is.
And we'll get Dane's PayPal on the screen very soon.
Yeah.
And
my address.
Home address. Yep. So
probably mentioned some of the other some of the new segments that we're doing this year, and the new players too, the new talent that showed up this year. For the Overwatch stuff, we have two new people that have never been here before: Jake and Custa.
Yep.
From, I think Jake's a Houston Outlaws member, and Custa's a LA Valiant. Is it LA Valiant?
Don't ask
I hope
me.
I'm not in trouble. Anyway, I appreciate them showing up.
But they both have TF2 backgrounds as well.
Exactly.
Which is so cool.
That's crazy. Custa was like, "Yeah,
Custa on the Aussie side, yeah."
I'm like, "Yeah, I used to be a pretty big deal." I don't know if you do. Sean Bud.
You know Sean Bud, dude?
Used to have like 30 viewers. Kind of a big deal. But Jake and Custa, I really appreciate them coming out. This is the first time I've met Dane. He was here in 2017.
Right.
But I was absent because I was having a baby or something stupid.
Like that, yeah.
What are you doing?
And then last year, I think Dane had a wedding, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
It wasn't his wedding.
They probably divorced already. I don't know.
Wow. Right out of the gates, we're just ending marriages today.
I'm very happy Dane's here this year. He's a very cool guy. A lot of the post-produced stuff that we were doing. I think he interviewed me yesterday. I'm excited to see that. During, I believe, the Marbles on Stream segment, that's one of the new things we're trying. I don't know if I mentioned, I think we're subscribers only for that, but it's a very cool game mode, and I think Kurt and Dane...
There are lots of plans.
There's a lot of grand plans.
There's wardrobe, there's everything.
I'm very much looking forward to that.
It's legit.
The other really cool thing we're doing this year is Minecraft, which is weird, because that's been around as long as TF2 has, and we've never done it before.
Yeah.
But Minecraft's been, there's really cool updates and stuff this year. I'm not a Minecraft player myself, but there's a lot of cool game
I
modes
played it for the first time in my life this year.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm old and I sort of missed that generation, so I never played it in my life. I just didn't. And I played it this year, and it's really awesome, and I'm glad we're doing it.
Yeah, there's 2 hours of Minecraft, and there's a lot of cool game modes.
But
and
it's exciting. It will not be boring, trust me. And yeah, I was just wanting to give a shout out to Kurt, because honestly, Kurt is such a driving force. And I think this year he's like working harder than ever for, like I say, a lot of the content and stuff like that. So, and I know there's a ton of Kurt fans in the chat, and I'm sure there's emotes and stuff. We want to get some up to date sort of a status on the donation incentive. NA has actually pulled into the lead. Might have been on the back of a larger donation, but so right now, this was just refreshed a second ago, but NA's at 2,700 or so. EU's at 2,350. So the EU has actually fallen behind by about, around $400. So when is that closing? Is it, because it's 12:17 now. Do we know when that's closing, that one?
We will close it when we need to choose the server location.
Yeah, so right up till
it's scheduled to start at 1, but I think if our teams are ready to go, we might start it a little early so we can get the maps a little more fleshed out.
Yeah. Don't wait. 12:40 we're being told. So you get about 20 minutes on this incentive. This is one of the, we can't underplay it. It's one of the bigger incentives just because how diehard people get with cheering for their side. Like we said, most of Europe is awake still right now, despite the time zone. So listen, European Union people and UK residents, get the donations in. Little Brexit joke. Get the donations in, like I say, because we've got about 20 minutes left on that, and the EU is leading for a long time. I feel like that's the way it usually goes, isn't it? People like to drop in a huge donation at the last second.
Somebody slides in, wins it for
honestly,
one side,
that's what it feels like, yeah.
The other
winning strategy.
The other thing, too, that bonus player incentive, I think I just saw it flash on the ticker. It was 3,000 out of 10,000. And
yes,
we can use, so that won't be locked until the end of the best of 3 for NA vs. EU.
Right.
And then we'll just determine how many players the tip of the hat staff gets.
Yeah.
I hope it's 10 because I'm not what I used to be. I got to admit.
At least he's honest.
I think the second your second child comes out of the womb, you're downgraded to casual status just permanently, dude.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind, I guess. For me.
Yeah.
Once I have the first one, I'll just end it there, I guess. Yeah, hi. Erin is on screen. She's here too. She's just very quiet. How you doing, Erin?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh, we can barely hear you.
Oh.
Right into the microphone.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Hi. Hello?
How, like, it might be amazing, but Erin's catchphrase is literally hello. It's amazing. Not everyone could pull that off.
I tried
Literally is.
changing it up this year to hi, but
Hello?
it didn't work.
Do you know what? At my work, I have to say hi to people because it's a thing, and it's very strange to me. It's unnatural. I'm a hey, how's it going kind of guy. Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Natural. Are you a hello or what's? Let's go down the couch and just say, what is our favorite? No, we're not doing that.
I just say word up.
We had a message here actually from one of the previous large donations. This was the donation by 3XL Neat, #ScrapTF. The $512.17 donation said, help, the bots are trying to donate me. Thanks everyone for another year. And Scrap Chat says hi for the kids. I don't get that one. So, had to be there.
It's pretty straightforward, Mike.
Yeah, I don't.
What's not to get?
What are you doing?
Camera zooms in on my face. Hey, how about this? Shout out to Jesse from Mother, Father, and Kara.
Oh, hi.
Hello. That was a $100 donation from Padre. Nice, thank you.
They're a sweet family. I had tacos with them one time, and they were all being real polite. Like, they were like using like utensils to like get the taco fillings, and I was like,
oh yeah, can't use your hands.
Are we all being nice because you're not sure if I'm cool with the normal way of eating?
You had to act like
tacos.
Yeah, you had to be extra polite, I guess.
Yeah, they're nice. I like them.
Was he too polite or like what was?
I'm too polite.
Was he? No, like was he like? Are you like too nice? Do you like is it unnatural for you to not just dig in with your hands?
No, I'm the one who digs in, and they were all being like, we don't know what this guy is like.
We don't.
What he's cool with, And I was like, guys, I'm the coolest person you've ever met.
Gio eats tacos with his hands. He just does this with scooping motion.
Hey, Aaron, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I want to shout out on the server team, who is the person that does the plug-in for the total on the cart? Because that is one of the coolest things. It's like a little element of polish that I love.
It was borrowed, wasn't it?
Jim.
Jim?
It's don't know anything other than that. Jim.
Wasn't it? But didn't someone? It was from like a different charity event or something like that.
The Blapco.
The Blap. Oh yeah. We borrowed. Yeah. It's super cool, and it's on the resupply cabinet as well, right? Yeah.
They're like the guys who have been helping me with the servers are awesome. Like, they've been staying up like all night and like waking up super early to help me fix bugs.
And we got new TF2 stuff. Like we've mentioned Soundsmith's name now. He's here on site, which is super cool, and he's been working super hard. And there's a lot of new and really cool TF2 stuff that's still to come this weekend. So, for the people who are maybe. We hear people are like, but I only want TF2. Well, if you're a big TF2 head and you don't like other games, we have stuff for you too.
Well, and also, we're just talking about Jim and the source mod plugin. So first of all, if any of you have ever done source mod, you know that is the worst thing to program.
I even know that.
It is. So this is extremely impressive to me. But beyond that, there are so many people who help out that you might not even see on camera or who aren't at the event. And it's really there's so many people who do so much for Tip of the Hats and makes it just an absurdly quality an event. I said an extra "and" there. If you catch that, go to the VOD.
That's okay. We'll get rid of them.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah. We'll get that in the edit. I like this map. This is Frontier. This is a quintessential pub map to me.
Is that what it's called?
Like, how's it going? Like, who wants to give us, what's the status report on the pub? Is it good? Is it silly?
It's pretty good.
Just going how you'd expect?
It's solid.
There's some solid tryhards in here. I can't.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared for
That's the thing.
the 9v6.
The skill level is so high on TotH because everyone knows that everyone's watching, right? You want to do the cool stuff on camera. Even me, even the past years when it was like we were on Stars Pub. Remember that, Sean? Like the one year we just copied the map list from Stars Pub. But I was like, dude, I want to do good. I want people to see me getting frags, man.
I have a story about this.
Yeah?
So what event was it? I want to say it was 2015 or 2016. we had DJ Wheat and Mini Wheat, DJ Wheat's son, playing 2-4 in the pub, and Bloodsire was on sniper, headshotting the shit out of Mini Wheat. And Mini Wheat's having a blast, and we're on his perspective, and he just gets dunked by Bloodsire a few times in a row. Oh, man. By the way, he'll be joining us tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Manford, Bloodsire.
Yeah, the man, the myth, yeah. That's hilarious. I remember that was the first year at the other Ignite. Actually, the first
was that 2015? Maybe. Yeah, I think it was. I think you're right.
Yeah, we love that. Another shout out. Yeah, I mean Ignite's been fantastic. This is such a far cry from the first year at Ignite. I mean they were amazing to us, and they've helped us literally almost every year since then. Even though we weren't at their venue, but this room, a lot larger than the first room we had the first year. We were like very confined because
it was a closet.
It was all they had for us. It wasn't a big deal. We made it work, but it's so nice to have this extra space. We have streamer stations now, which blows my mind. I know Costa was talking about he wanted to, I think maybe Wyatt too, some of the guys wanted to like stream on their channel like live from TotH, and they can do that this year. And so I hope you guys are all following our social media too. Are you? Twitter, Instagram, huge this year. The Instagram, I know like Jazz and a lot of those guys. Bren took over the Instagram at one point, which was as you would expect it. And, so yeah, the social media is really great, and we update. We're dumping stuff on there all day long. But if you want to get in on some of the stuff, like the new emote voting, stuff like that, track what all the new stuff is, Twitter's probably the best place. But check out Insta too. We're doing it. We're learning. We're learning social media.
Also our public Discord.
Yeah, the public Discord. Absolutely. The public Discord, I made a comment. There is, we added, I think last year, like a pets or animals channel. This year there's a children channel because this guy has them.
I got a little jelly. Everybody's posting pictures of their puppers, and I got a cute pupper, but I probably have the cute.
Nothing beats. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nothing beats that. So if you guys have kids, don't let Sean feel so lonely.
I love puppers, but they play second fiddle once you have a little baby.
They do. Yeah. Jill has little baby puppers though too.
Little
Jill's babies are.
They're actually my babies. So
yeah,
literal human children in dog form.
Do you have animals or a child, Jesse?
We have a cat.
Nice. Is the cat a child?
No, not really.
No. I have a cat that's a child. The funny thing about my cat is his name is literally Ozzy. Now that's not Ozzy who just got killed by a demo man. It's Ozzy with an O. He's not named after Ozzy Osbourne, before anyone asks. But and actually, it's funny too because at my work in real life, one of my coworkers' kids was named Ozzy as well. So whenever I'd be talking about Ozzy, it was just a weird thing. She had a kid, I had a cat. It's more my speed. I'm single. Yeah. We are going to be moving on in a little bit here. We're coming up on it. I want to get us an up to the second, I guess, look here at our incentives as soon as I get to it. Just wait for me. I'll be there in a moment. All right, refresh.
I can talk about a couple other cool incentives we're doing this year. We're trying to spice up the Dodo Fortress event on day 3 a little bit. I think we're going to have a bid war for the donors to choose the maps that we're going to play. And it's a pretty spicy map pack that will be shown. Starting probably day 2, we'll unlock that.
Yep, absolutely. Going to those incentives, the NA versus EU. NA still with a big lead. The NA is ahead by still about $400. But guys, we've seen it before. 1 or 2 or 3 donations can very easily take that down. I like the descriptions that we've put for them. It's like NA, go America, red, white, and blue, yeah! And then it's go Europe, we have lots of flags, heck yeah! There's an EU flag though, right? Oh, there it is, the ping bid war. Absolutely. It's 14 minutes left on that, or roughly 13 minutes. So yeah, that is when the ping advantage incentive is going to close. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, if you don't know what ping is, yeah.
It's important.
It's important. It's a thing. No, yeah, we're deciding literally whether we're going to play on a European-based server or a server like in the same city as us, and it makes a huge difference to on site. So yeah, like I say, about just over 10 minutes left on that. The bonus player incentive, I don't know where we'll be at with that. That's just over 3,000 right now. But it's going, you said it's best of 3?
That will run until the end of the NA versus EU
right.
best of 3.
That's open the whole time. So once the NA versus EU one will close now in about 10 minutes, but the $10,000 goal for the bonus player will remain open all throughout the event. Good time to just remind now too, and just mention, like, I know during the events like NA versus EU, like, keep donating during those. I know people like to watch it. I like to watch it myself, but yeah, I mean, just keep it coming all throughout the day. I'm sure some people, if you're like me, maybe you're just waking up and you're going to be checking it out. Welcome if you're just joining us. But yeah, still, I'm going to refresh it here again, but it looks like still that lead belonging to the Northern America. Yep, still. So there might be some EU angel out there. There is an EU flag, right? It's like blue. There's like a blue and there's like stars. Yeah.
There's also, state flags. So, I mean,
yeah.
And there's more states than there are
State Farm.
members of the European Union. So let's be real here.
Like a good neighbor, state flag is there. Right? Remember that? Yeah. Any donations here we can read? We have a... There is. I'm hearing sound effects, and there's one new TF2 event. I mean, I guess it's on the schedule, but there's like there are new sounds and new graphics and what do you call them, assets that are going to be appearing. But Soundsmith was specifically telling me, he was like, we've put some sounds in the game this year that you haven't heard before, and so I didn't get to hear him. It was I couldn't even hear it, and the event hadn't even started yet.
I have, and I'm excited, and you should be excited too.
Well, don't tell me what to think. Just kidding. There was a $20 donation here by Mantis saying, been watching TotH since beginning. I love seeing this every year. Keep up the good work for the kids. $25 from Tachyon saying, hi, Mike, quick question. And that's me. What is top of the hits? That reminds me of Thunder Chunky the one year. When is tip of the hats?
That was 2015. Yeah. I don't know why it tickled my
One
funny
of the best donation messages ever. He's been trying to match it ever since. I don't know if he can top the original. When is tip of the hats? Nick, $42.70 says Google.com, tip of the hats, how donate item. Okay, thanks Google. I got it now. I guess he was doing that while driving or something, the speech recognition. Yeah. We had a specific shout out to the Pets and Animals TotH Discord channel from Zero Misu, $50. There are literally fans of specific channels in the Discord. Okay, I like that.
There's also in that channel, there's a subscribers channel. If you guys subscribe, you get access to the TotH public Discord subscribers channel. There's a highlights channel if you guys want to gather highlights and Twitch clips and stuff in there, or view some old highlights from old events.
Yep.
I think we'll tweet a lot of those out on the social media. By the way, big shout out to our social media team. We pulled up a tweet earlier to plug that NA vs. U incentive, and if that was me doing that, it would be all text. But we have people like Jazzbutts and Uberchain that dress it up for me and make it look not terrible. So I really, really appreciate their work on getting those plugs out there on our social media.
Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff on Twitch actually this year that I haven't quite mentioned. It doesn't really so much affect the event, but I know new founders badges just came out, and I know that some people have like founders badges. It's for like the first 25 people that ever subbed to a channel. You get a founder's badge then forever that you can choose to wear. And so I know everyone was talking about it in Discord yesterday that we have all these badges. And I think there's also, I was thinking of the clipping, because I think there's like a badge you get now if you're a top clipper. I don't know if you knew about that. Yeah, if you get like it's like a clapperboard, like a film clapperboard little icon, because I've seen it in my channel. So make clips and share them. Funny stuff happens, not while I'm here, but when I get up, funny stuff happens. And yeah, we love some of those clips. You can see there are some clips on the channel from like past years that are like thousands and thousands of views, because people like them. It's fun. We have a lot of guests as well that we're going to be having throughout. Like, I'm just thinking of that because I know one of the top clips was our friend Germa. Germa can't appear in person this year, I know. But yeah, I mean, shout outs to him. I can't even think. I don't want to spoil the whole event. You know,
we can talk a little about what's going on later today.
We might hear. Oh yeah, later today. Well, I was going to say that later in the event, we might hear from the TF2 Scout again. The Scout has been a part of our event in past years. Yeah.
It's on day 2.
Day 2.
We're gonna have a visit from Chili of Destiny, I think is his Twitch alias. Nathan Vetterline, he's the Scout voice actor.
But he's a... Well, no, he's friends with the Scout.
Yeah, he knows the guy.
It's the Scout. Yeah, he knows him, right? That's right. Come on, Sean. It's the real... This is a Santa Claus, Easter Bunny kind of situation.
I have a lot of respect for that guy. I cannot think of words. My mouth doesn't keep up with my brain. No, vice versa. See? My brain doesn't keep up with my mouth. But Nathan is incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Not only...
it is good to give him, as a person, a shout-out.
When he gets in character, or when he gets his friend on the server, his friend is very good at not only playing the character, but the improv side of it. That was the hardest I've ever laughed. Might have been like a 2016 event when he was... The first time we had him in Discord and talking to the host. Yes, that was... I'm really excited to have him back.
Some moments,
what else do we have? Later on today, there's I think we got a big Overwatch block today. There's a lot of different content there. We have Jake and Custa. Like I said, going to be showing off some ranked duo queuing stuff. I think there might be there is some workshop modes. Which, by the way, I don't know if you've seen some of the workshop modes that they're playing.
I saw a little.
They were testing a lot of them yesterday, and there are some crazy things they can do with the Overwatch.
I was very surprised. Actually,
there's like a Pharaoh
Flappy Bird. It was wild, and it was hilarious. There's laughter.
Also a show match, a big 2-hour show match. A lot of people, I think Siegel, our boy Siegel, is going to be participating in a lot of the stuff from online. So
we had him. He gave us a shout out on his Twitter. We really appreciate it. He was here last year in person. Poor guy,
deathly ill.
He was so sick. It was. We felt so bad for him, but. So not on site this year, but we'll be participating remotely and, like I say, giving us the shout-outs and stuff. We love that. Thank you, Brandon. We love you. We're about 5 minutes away on the NA versus EU incentive here, guys. Oh, hey, look at this. We have a Mrs. Geel with a donation of $50 saying, I love you, Lauren. Bork, bork, Milo and Leo.
Aww.
Those are his 2 kids, Milo and Leo.
I love you, too.
Thank you, Mrs. Geel.
She's been great. She's been taking care of our little babies.
Yeah.
And she's been going to school full time at the same time.
Yeah.
So that
you guys are busy. You've been moving around and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Moved to Chicago.
Lots going on.
Bad idea.
Yeah.
But
what, you liked Ohio better?
Yes, I liked Ohio a lot better. There's room for anything in Ohio. There's not here.
Wow. Do you know what? EU is gaining. I don't know if you are looking at the ticker on the bottom, guys, but EU is really catching up, and we're 4 minutes away. They're within, I've got EU at 28.13, NA at 29.51. So they've closed to within just over $100. We're going to see it there, or well, that's up next, obviously, but 5 minutes. If you're an EU person and you want to drive it over the edge, get your donation in now for that incentive. This ping advantage is huge. Wyatt does not want to be playing Soldier on 130 ping. That's a big deal.
It's pretty technical. I could be more of a nerd about it if you like.
Sure.
The Soldier land rockets. Like I said, used to be kind of a big deal. Pretty good at the Scout. But the first time I went to a TF2 LAN, there was a lot of warm-up on the LAN environment. It was kind of a wake-up call because when you're online, those rockets, they take, the 30 to 50 to 60 milliseconds, depending on the soldier's location, to come out of his rocket launcher.
Right.
When you're on LAN, they come out a lot quicker, and it makes your
very
makes
noticeable.
your dodging a lot more difficult. It changes their rocket
your
jumping.
muscle memory.
The rocket jumping is kind of a big thing.
Oh, Bane time! Our man, $500. We're going to have a look at that one to see if there's a comment with that. Thank you so much, Bane time. We've been, I feel like we're going to just wear out the gong, dude. It's like, what was the rule last year? Was it like everything over 500? Was that?
It was actually over 1,000, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. And then at certain milestones.
Over a million.
Mike's been just
I've never
the rules
been a part of this
us.
event ever. It's my first year here. Snaked in.
Why are you lying?
Yeah.
But,
I was going to go see if we had a message from our friend, Mr. Bane time. In the meantime, we did have, there he is. $500 is happy to continue supporting this great event and cause. Thank you so much, Bane time. We're getting specific shout-outs to Geel and Jesse a lot. Facts on Fury donates $5.31 and says, shout-outs to Jesse and Scrap TF for letting me be in a great community. Also, love you, ramen.
Oh.
So, I don't know, Geel almost ruined it by saying, you can say hi to me, too. Now people are only saying hi to Jesse, specifically. So, if you want to make fun, if you want to frustrate Geel, Say hi to only Jesse and not to Jill, and he'll love that. He'll love it.
You'll regret it.
Yep. Ryzen had a $100 donation here. Says, my closet has Tip of the Hat shirts from the past 4 years. Guess what? So do ours. Yep. Remember the merch, guys. The shirts are awesome. They come in different colors and stuff, too. I commented on yours yesterday. You had one of the burgundy things, and I didn't get a burgundy one last year, was it?
You dummy.
Was it from last year?
Should have bought one.
Dummy. Well, mine was brown. But yeah, so Ryzen says, very glad to be expanding that collection soon. Makes me so proud when I tell folks about what our community does for the kids every year. That's a cool point, because I've done that as well. I wear my TotH shirts. I wear T-shirts. I'm a cool guy, but I'll just be like at a cashier or someone will be like, oh, what's that? And I literally, I don't know if you guys have had a similar experience, but just tell, it's like, yeah, it's this fantastic event that we do every year, and we help kids with cancer go to camp, and it's really cool, yeah.
I'd be curious to see if anybody else has ever got the logo or anything like recognized.
Yeah, tell us in your donation, guys. There's a comment box. Let us know if you've had that happen.
There was once a high school age cashier at a Dairy Queen says, notice my shirt, said, oh, Tip of the Hats, huh? I'm like, yep. He's like, oh, I played TF2.
Really?
Then we moved on with our lives. That's about it. That's all I got. Yeah, in Nebraska.
Dude.
Also, who was it? Bloodsire, I believe. He was on a honeymoon recently in Italy and got recognized for being a Tip of the Hat host.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not know that. That is hilarious.
It happened this year.
I love that. Has this, boy, we're a minute away here. I'm going to head back to this incentive and see where we ended up. Another $100 there from Stoop. Thank you so much. Let's see. I've got 1240, so are we getting the drum roll here? Who came out on top? This is perhaps unofficial, but I think Bame Time put his $500 in. I know he did. He's in Michigan. He put his in for NA. So NA sealed that ping advantage. As far as we know, that's like the 10th year in a row, 20 years in a row that NA has done it. So the NA server will be used. So sorry to the EU people. So I believe with that, so are we taking a quick break and coming back? Or what's... No, we're not. We're not taking a quick break. Well, the pub's still happening. But yeah, so that incentive is closed. So, but guys, don't forget now, the bonus player incentive, that's the next one. And this will be running actually throughout the NA versus EU 6v6 event. And again, should I just read? There's this whole passage. I'll just read it because I'm too dumb.
I can explain it too.
Yeah?
I wrote that.
You wrote it? You wrote this?
So the way this bonus player is going to work, it's a roster of 9 Tip of the Hat staff. I think everybody over there is playing in it. Uncle Dane is going to be the bonus player. So Crocodile, Aaron, Ozzy, myself, Whisker, and Lang, and I can't remember the rest of the roster. Oh, Clockwork. Clockwork's going to come in and help carry us. But we are going to be the Tip of the Hat staff for the 6v9 rematch. The winner of the NA versus EU team, they have to play the 9 Tip of the Hat staff, and if the incentive's met, Uncle Dane will join our team, which we're going to need him, I think.
A little. Well, I'm not sure.
We're a little rusty yet.
We had a 9v6 last year, and we quickly learned how that goes down. It's, it's the 9 usually does pretty good. But
we'll see.
We'll see how it shakes down. But yeah, like I say, all the details on there. And losers is in caps lock. So we want to make the losers pay.
No. So if it does become too much of a mountain if it becomes an insurmountable,
sure.
If the six players are getting stomped too hard, they're getting spawn camped. We'll have Uncle Dane switch over to the NA versus EU winner team, and it'll be 7v9 instead. Yeah.
There you go. Either way, it'll be good. And he's right now he's hitting his little machine there, it looks like. And he's wearing his beautiful, says that white beard. He had, now, there's no orange beard item. Or, well, I guess there is.
Yeah, there is.
Did you ever consider, Dane, I know it's so much part of your in-game look, but in real life, you have such a gorgeous orangish beard. Did you ever consider making your character look like you? That's what I'm asking.
I thought you were going to say, have you ever considered making
your real-life beard white?
Yeah,
you could do that, too. Hey, that's better, I think. You could do that.
I mean, it's just so ingrained at this point, I can't really go back. But there is a cosmetic called the Grizzled Growth. People always say that I'm wearing that in real life. So.
Yeah. We'll make that, we're going to impromptu make that an incentive now. Decide, vote. Does Dane dye his real beard white, or do we make him do an orange in-game beard?
Why don't we just let him live for
one feels easier? Yeah. We're not going to dye it. We need you to naturally develop a white beard. White as snow, if you can. Is that
I
okay?
could try and age myself as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Just have kids, right?
Is that how that happens?
Sean doesn't have a beard.
Work for
Ask
Obama.
Sean.
Can you grow beards? Are you like me? You can't.
It would probably be gray. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm one thing I'm noticing. Look, I mean, I'll just get it right out in the open. I'm 34. I just turned it, but I shave my head, of course. But I'm noticing. I'm pretty sure once I grow it out again, I'm gonna discover the gray that has developed.
It's a nice surprise waiting for you.
Yeah, it truly is. Can't run from it forever. Mark is just looking at me smiling wide. One of the we got a few baldies around on the set.
Can relate.
Yeah, family, same team. Yeah. Who else are we watching here? So yeah, and again, guys, if you don't, was that Custa I just saw there? Is that actually Custa on his account?
They're probably playing from the
in the back.
We have, we have 2 stations set up so they can play from there and stream from there.
Now I didn't know anything about him when he played in TF2 because he was in the Aussie scene, but he was. We were having good chats, kind of about the old days, as we always do. I mean, same with Jake. Jake, previously known as Sneaky Polar Bear in TF2, and literally. My first event that I got into with TF2, it was called it was a Reddit event. It was called the Round Robin, and it was an event that was focused around getting new players into competitive for the first time. And every team had a mentor, and my team's mentor was Sneaky Polar Bear. Now, I laugh about it because he didn't even really do anything. We had another guy like do our mentoring, but technically, I was like, so I kind of. Back in the day, have connections. That's what happens when you have a game that has a competitive scene for like 12 years, right. You know?
Things come back around. I did not know about Jake's former alias.
Yeah.
By the way, I think it might have been an upgrade. I don't know about Sneaky Polar Bears. It's kind of oxymoron. Anyway.
Yeah. He can probably explain the story. Maybe we'll ask him about it. There was a meaning. Yeah.
But I found that out after I found that out after Jake had been invited. I'm like, did you know that was Sneaky Polar Bear? I'm like, I probably scrimmed against him back in the day.
Probably.
It definitely rang a bell. It's ancient history at this point for me. But yeah.
Yep. And now he's Jake Owl.
Yeah.
That was it. We don't have a rim shot sound effect, but we'll look into it.
We have a gong.
We do have a gong. You can't really do a rim shot on a gong. We can try it later maybe, but probably not. Probably won't do that.
Another event coming up later today, I think. After the Overwatch, we have a new event. We're playing Uno.
Yeah. And again,
you're thinking to yourselves, hold on
I
here.
mentioned, you might laugh at hearing that instinctively. You might not even try to laugh, but you just did. It is, like I say, we're doing it because Tag played it with his friends on stream and had like the wickedest time ever. And we were watching the VOD and stuff. It is fun, and not only that, but we're throwing our own wrinkles and variations into it. It might involve some disgusting jelly beans, which you can see. I mean, a lot of this is just right on the tracker and right on the donation page when you go in. I don't know if that is that an incentive?
It is.
Yeah,
Should be open right now.
It is open. Yeah, okay.
So I believe there's 2 of them for Uno actually. There's two wrinkles we're trying to throw at them. For $3,000, I think there is a Just Dance DLC for the card game Uno. I was like, they were throwing me ideas, and there's a Just Dance DLC card pack we could use. I'm like, yeah, why not?
Might as well.
It's pretty clowny. I would love to see it happen.
Well, that's it.
The other one is the Bean Boozle losers. Like, they were kind of punish the losers with Bean Boozled beans.
Yeah, so if you don't know what this is, and I had sort of an idea, because there was Harry Potter ones that were previously. The idea is these are jelly beans where you get 2, and they look the very same. You can't tell them apart. One of them was a regular flavor, like a jelly bean, and one of them is like gross. And I was asking, because I was in the voice chat meeting about this, and I was like, are they really that bad, though? And everyone was like, yeah, they really are. One of them is like vomit.
Yeah.
Skunk spray is one of them, I know. Canned dog food is one of them, I know.
And you really don't know. They are identical in appearance.
You can't smell or you don't know till you chew into it and bite into it. And we're not letting any spitsies. You can't chicken out. You got to eat the bean. It's one bean, but apparently they are that bad. So yeah, that was my worry, because we were like, is there something else we could do that was worse? I just want to mention the cruel and evil idea that we had that was rejected, but we wanted to do a similar thing, but with donut holes, or if you're Canadian, a Timbit. The idea was you'd have two, like, powder ones. You suck the jelly out of one, and you put in ketchup into it.
Too cruel, too messy.
Evil, yeah. It wasn't, yeah. Some people were imagining it like it was going to explode all over the place, but yeah. We're doing jelly beans, and they're gross, and that's coming up, not today, but... that is today, right? Uno is today.
That is
later
today.
on today,
That's
yeah.
after Overwatch later on.
Uno is later on today, yeah, and again, the schedule right on the site. I just saw Ozzy wearing his beautiful golden locks of hair. We had a big donation here I wanted to get to with actually a lot of shout-outs. This is from an SRA, David Burks.
Okay, Senior Airman.
David Burks. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. Senior Airman David Burks, but he donated $130, and this is so cool. I'll just read it. Hey, guys, here is the rest of the money from the barbecue fundraiser my squadron did. So cool. We've never heard of something like that, of someone doing... I'm sure maybe it's been done, but of someone doing their own sort of mini fundraiser to then donate to the charity. He says, shout outs to Mr. Jason Baxter, that's Whisker, for working with me on that. Thanks again for what you do. Another shout out to Soundsmith and Uncle Dane as well. Hope you all got my package and have a wonderful day. And tip of the hats. David Burks. Thank you so much. That's mega, mega cool. Fantastic.
Yeah. Took the initiative on that and just approached us. He's like, hey, I'm going to do a fundraiser. Do you guys want the money from it? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
It's a very cool thing that he organized all on his own. Just kind of needed a little bit of info from us to help sell it and stuff, and how to logistically get us the money and stuff. And there it is.
Yeah, there it is. So, hey, tell you what, there's so many more donations and things to get to, but for the time being, we're going to be taking a quick break because, as we said, that incentive just closed, and we're going to be preparing now for the...
Up next, the NA vs. EU show match.
Thanks, Wyatt. So up next, you heard the man, the NA versus...
How did he get there?
EU show. That's magic. I don't know. We'll look into that. But anyway, we'll take a very quick break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.